Shalom, shalom, everybody. Welcome back to New Wine Congregation. All right, this is going to be a quick video through the Spirit. Want to give all honor and glory to the Most High God, Yahweh. Yahweh is the name of the Father who the world calls God through the blood of his Son, Yahweh Shah. Yahweh Shah is the name of who the world calls Jesus. All right, just spoken in the Hebrew, the Paleo Hebrew. All right, so like I said, this is going to be a quick video. All right, I'm going to share my screen. I'm going to talk about something that everybody can apply right away. All right. Talk about some sins that you may be doing that you could stop today. All right. Some sins that you may be doing that if you just so chose to do so, you could actually stop these sins today. All right. So, real quick, let's deal with food. All right. Let's deal with food. Let's go to the book of Leviticus, chapter 11. All right. Leviticus chapter 11 is where you can find all of the Most High God's laws concerning food. All right. So Leviticus chapter 11 and verse 7. Let's read that. It says, and the swine, right? Swine is anything that comes from a pig, any type of food that comes from a pig, pork, pepperoni, pork bacon, pork sausage, chitlins, pork chops, anything that gelatin that's in jello, a lot of gummy bears, gummy products have gelatin in it. Anything that has swine, pork in it is swine. All right. So the Most High said, and the swine, though he divide the hoof and be cloven footed, yet he cheweth not the cud. Cud is what you see cows chew. Cows have multiple stomachs, so they regurgitate their food and chew on it again so they can process it better. All right. Pigs don't do that. It says the pig, is unclean to you. Right. So God said that that's an unclean animal. Right. Next verse. It says, of their flesh shall ye not eat, and their carcass shall ye not touch. They are unclean to you. So the Most High said to the Israelites, pork is unclean food. We're not even supposed to touch it. All right. We're not even supposed to handle it. That's how unclean it is. All right. All right. So let's keep going. What about seafood? I like seafood, but what kind of seafood can we eat? I used to be a pescatarian some years back. All right. And all I ate was like primarily shrimp, shrimp and salmon. Right. But let's see what the Bible say. It said, these shall ye eat of all that are in the waters. All right. Whatsoever hath fins and scales in the waters, in the seas, and in the rivers, them shall ye eat. So if you eat seafood, it's got to have fins and scales. It's got to have both of those. So that means no shrimp, no crab, no lobster. When you look at it, both those things and pork, those are things that we love to eat in the Israelite community, the so-called Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans. We love to eat those foods, but when we eat those foods, it gives us things like high blood pressure, gout, heart disease, obesity. All right, it causes all kind of problems within our body. All right, so we are not supposed to eat those things. It says if you eat it and it's in the water, it says it has to have both fins and scales. So catfish has fins, but it doesn't have scales. It's actually a sin for you to eat those things. Why am I saying it's a sin? All right, like I said in the video, these are some sins that you can stop doing right away. What is sin? 1 John chapter 3 and verse 4. All right. It says, whosoever committed sin transgresseth also the law. For sin is the transgression of the law. Transgress means to go against. So if you eat pork, if you eat shrimp, crab, and lobster, that is a sin. Understand that, right? Whatsoever have fins and scales in the water, in the seas, and in the rivers, them shall you eat. So that's talking about fish. All right. You can eat fish, right? Let's keep going. It says, and all that have not fins and scales in the seas and in the rivers, of all that move in the waters, right? And of any living thing which is in the waters, they shall be an abomination unto you. So abomination means you're supposed to hate it, right? Because that's something that God hates. All right, let's keep going. Now you see this punctuation right here. That means he's finna further explain what he's talking about. All right, because some may say, is that talking about plants? No, not at all, right? Verse 11, it says, they shall be even an abomination unto you. Ye shall not eat, ye shall not eat of their flesh. So it's talking about things with flesh. All right, you can't eat things with flesh in the water that don't have fins and scales, but ye shall have their carcasses. This is how also we know we're talking about animals. All right, carcasses in abomination. The only thing that has a carcass is an animal. All right, so that's something that you could stop doing right away. Just don't eat no more pork or shrimp, crab, and lobster, oysters, squid, things like that. Just leave it alone. Don't buy it and you won't eat it. All right. Might take some time to get used to, but you should be able to do these things that I'm finna tell you right away. All right. Let's keep going. Let's go to Leviticus chapter 21 and verse number 5. All right. It says, this is for the men, right? It says, they shall not make baldness upon their head, neither shall they shave off the corner of their beard. So a man is telling us, men, we can't take a razor and shave our head bald. You can't get the Michael Jordan. You can cut it low with the clippers, all right, but you cannot take a razor and bald your head. If you're going bald, you can't control that, right? You kind of got to have what you can have, but you can't say because I'm going bald, I'm just going to shave it all off. No, that is a sin. All right. That would be breaking this law, right? Let's keep going. It says, neither shall they shave off the corner of their beard. So a man, if you can grow a beard, you have to let your beard grow. You can't get the goatee, the Fu Manchu, whatever you want to call it, just a little chin hair. You can't shave your face all the way bald. All right, black men, so-called black men, when we shave our face bald, we get bumps all over our face. All right, so that is a sin for a man to shave off his beard. All right, nor make any cuttings in their flesh. All right, so this is going into tattoos. You can't tattoo yourself. Let's get another scripture that makes it a little bit more clear. Let me see now. Hold on real quick. Let me get my Bible. It's tough using this computer, man. Trying to remember it all off the top of your head. Let me look in my Bible. I got my Bible all marked up. My Bible is marked up, you know what I mean? You can't, I can remember what stuff is a little better. All right. Yeah, Leviticus 19. I'm in the right chapter, verse 27. All right. So it says, ye shall not round the corners of your head. Why? Because when we were in Egypt, they were getting the bald head, the bald fades, right? We're not supposed to do that. Neither shall thou mar the corners of thy beard. That word mar means to destroy. All right. You can't when you shave it all off, you're destroying your beard. Now you can cut it low, you know, you can trim it up, you can line it up, make it look nice, but you don't want to let nobody line up into your beard past where it's trying to naturally grow, like the little thin skinny beard line up, and then they shave all that off and all that out. You can't do that. That's breaking this law. So however your beard, you see mine a little patchy, that's all right. You know, do what you can, grow what you can. Some brothers can't grow a beard, you know, but if all you can grow is this, you want to leave it alone, trim it up, make it look nice, but don't shave it off. That would be a sin. All right. It says here, verse 28, neither ye shall not make any cuttings in your flesh for the dead, nor print any marks upon you. So tattoos didn't just come out. I am the Lord, I am Yahweh, right? Tattoos isn't a new thing. All right. It's been going on in the world. The Most High said that we aren't supposed to do that. All right. You can stop. What if you got tattoos? You probably didn't know this till now. Well, the Most High saying just don't get any more. Just don't get no more. All right. And then that will be the process of you repenting from the sin that you did commit. All right. So let's keep going. Some things that we could stop doing right away. All right. Let's go to the book of Exodus. Give y'all a couple of commandments, some things to apply. All right. Exodus chapter 31 and verse 15. This is an easy one. This is probably the first commandment I started keeping. Right. It says 6 days may work be done. That word work means business. All right. So he's saying 6 days you can do business. All right. So you can buy, you can sell for 6 days. All right. But in the seventh is the Sabbath of rest. The seventh day is the Sabbath of rest. What's the seventh day? I ask a lot of people all the time and they say it's Sunday. Well, let's look on the calendar. Let's see. All right. Let me make this big. Hopefully y'all can see it. The first day, can't make it bigger than that. All right. The first day is Sunday. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday. Saturday is the seventh day of the week. All right. So it's talking about Saturday. Saturday is the Sabbath. All right. 6 days may work be done, but in the seventh, Saturday is the Sabbath of rest, holy to the Lord. Whosoever doeth any work in the Sabbath day, he shall surely be put to death. Now, this is still true. You probably just not gonna die instantly like they do, like they would back then. Back then, you couldn't sacrifice an animal, you couldn't kill a goat or anything like that. They dug a hole, they put a sheet over you, and they took you outside of the camp and they stoned you. And they dug the hole so that they didn't have to touch your dead body, because that'll make them unclean until the sun goes down. All right. So the seventh day of the week is the Sabbath. Whosoever doeth any work in the Sabbath day, he shall surely be put to death. Right. And that's talking about in the future now, because when the Most High comes back, if you're breaking the Sabbath, then you will be considered a sinner. Right. Let's get this real quick in Amos. All right. We want to make sure that we're putting away all the sins out of our life. All right. Amos chapter 9 and verse number 10. What that say? Oh, that ain't. Did y'all go to it? Right, yeah. Amos 9 and 10. All right, it says, all the sinners, remember when we read sin is the breaking of God's laws. So you have people that say, well, we gonna sin. Well, it's just because they don't know what the laws say. When you look and read what the laws of the Most High are, you actually say, man, this is actually achievable. I can actually do this. People did do it. It's just a lot of us were sinners. And so that's why we got put in captivity over and over again. It says all the sinners, all the people that break my laws and don't repent, right, of my people shall die by the sword, which say the evil shall not overtake nor prevent us. So to break the Sabbath, to work on the Sabbath day, to buy and sell on the Sabbath day is a sin, right? It says it's holy. That word holy means separate. All right, set apart. That's literally what it means, set apart. The Most High set apart the seventh day. All right, whosoever doeth any work on the Sabbath day, he shall surely be put to death. All right, let's keep going. Wherefore the children of Israel, that's you so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans, right? Wherefore the children of Israel shall keep the Sabbath to observe the Sabbath throughout their generations. Throughout their generations means as long as y'all are generating, as long as y'all are still having children, all right? The children of Israel are still here today, all right? We the majority. They say we the minority, but we actually the majority, all right? It says for a perpetual covenant. Let's look this word perpetual up, because somebody might not know. All right, perpetual. What that say? Never ending or changing. It's the reason the Most High didn't say that about anything else in them laws. He only ever called the Sabbath day perpetual. All right. Perpetual means never ending or changing. So the Most High said that it's a never ending or changing covenant. A covenant is a promise or an agreement, a contract between us and the Most High. All right. So we cannot break the Sabbath. If a pastor, anybody comes in with a Bible or tells you that you don't have to keep the Sabbath anymore, then they're lying. Simply put, the Most High won't do that. All right. So let's keep going. Why do we got to keep the Sabbath? Let's go to Genesis chapter 2. All right. It says, thus the heavens and the earth were finished. So this is after creation, right? And all the host of them. And on the seventh day, Yahweh ended his work, which he had made. And he rested on the seventh day from all his work, which he had made. right? And the Most High, Yahweh, blessed the seventh day and sanctified it, because that in it he had rested from all his work which Yahweh created and made, right? So the Most High kept the Sabbath. He himself kept the Sabbath. He stopped creation. He stopped doing all his work. All right. So that means, let's get this real quick. What does it mean? What are some of the things that you can't do on the Sabbath? I want to show you real quick. Let's go to Exodus 35, I think, and 3. Right? It says, ye shall kindle no fire throughout your habitations on the Sabbath day. So that's going into cooking, right? It's not saying that you can't turn the heat on. It's saying that you can't cook on the Sabbath. Real quick, we look in my Bible. I think it's Exodus 12, but I want to make sure. Exodus 16 and 23. Let's go to Exodus 16, verse 23. So you cannot cook on the Sabbath. You cannot buy or sell on the Sabbath, right? It says, and he said unto them that he is Moses, says, this is that which the Lord has said. Tomorrow is the rest of the holy Sabbath unto the Lord, right? Bake that, right? Bake that which you will bake today, and seethe that which you will seethe. The seethe means to boil. All right. So he says, bake that which you're going to bake today, and boil what you're going to boil today. All right. And that which remaineth overlay up for you to be kept until the morning. All right. So that's the Sabbath rules. You cannot buy, sell, you can't cook. All right. Cleaning is considered work, housework. All right. Working out, you don't want to do any type of work. It's a day of rest. All right. Let's keep going. What else can't you do on the Sabbath? Let's go to the book of Nehemiah. All right. Nehemiah chapter 10, verse 31. All right. It says, and if the people of the land bring ware or any victuals, ware will be like goods, do-rags, stockings, right? Victuals is food. It said if they bring any of that on the Sabbath day, right, to sell, because all the nations always love to sell to the Israelites because there's so many of us. And that's what Israel do. We get money and we spend it, right? So it says they will buy any of that to sell on the Sabbath day, right? That we would not buy it of them on the Sabbath or on a holy day, and that we would leave the seventh year and the exaction of every debt. All right. So we don't buy on the Sabbath day. All right. What do you do? How do you, one might say, well, I need stuff on Saturday too. Right. And that's not far-fetched. Right. But what do? You prepare ahead of time, and that'll help you. What'll help you to prepare is knowing when the Sabbath start. Right. So when the word was taught that a day starts in the middle of the night, right, at midnight. But what does the Bible say? It says, and God, Genesis chapter 1 and verse 5, and Yahweh called the light day, and the darkness he called night, and the evening and the morning were the first day, right? Evening ends and starts a new day, all right? So the Sabbath would actually begin on Friday evening, all right? Friday evening, and it would end Saturday evening. All right, from that little space, Friday evening to Saturday evening, that is the Lord's Sabbath. We're not supposed to break that Sabbath. That's the time that he set apart, all right, for us to worship him, for us to get to know him, spend time with him, spend time with our family, because you need a break. You work 40, 60 hours a week. You need a break, all right? Let's keep going. Let's go to something else. Let's go to another law. We'll go a little more in-depth in that at another time, all right? So let's go into the dress code. So the Most High says that we are a holy people. Right? Holy means set apart. So we're supposed to be different in everything that we do as the Israelites. What we eat, what we dress, how we work, everything that we do is supposed to be set apart. All right. So let's look at dress code real quick. All right. It says, the woman shall not wear that which pertaineth unto a man, neither shall a man put on a woman's garment. For all that do so are abomination unto the Lord thy God. So abomination, once again, is something God hates. It says the woman shall not wear that which pertaineth unto a man, right? What pertains to a man? Pants, right? The same way a dress or a skirt pertains to a woman. If you go to a public restroom and you're trying to decide which one is for your gender, got a lot going on these days. But traditionally, the men's bathroom would be a picture of a man with some pants on. The woman's bathroom would be a picture of a woman with a dress on. It's because a woman's garment is a dress, All right. So women aren't supposed to wear pants, right? You don't need to wear pants. Leggings, wearing leggings out of the house, that would be a sin. Why? Let's go real quick. All right, let's go to, let's make it 2 Timothy 2 and verse 9. Oh, 1 Timothy. Right? Women have to dress and men can't wear a woman's garment. How Tyler Perry dressed up, he put the dress on. I think they put all the so-called black comedians in a dress. Dave Chappelle refused. He had to run for his life. Right? That's another story. Right? But look at this. Right? It says, in like manner also that women adorn themselves in modest apparel, with shamefacedness and sobriety, not with broidered hair or gold or pearls or costly array, but which becometh women professing godliness with good works. All right. So women are supposed to be in modest apparel. Let's go real quick. Somebody might say, well, what's modest apparel? Somebody might not know. Somebody might actually believe that they can wear some baggy pants and that be modest. Well, let's see what the Bible says. We're going to go to the blue letter. Okay. We're going to go to the blue letter and we're going to go into the word modest. First Timothy 2 and verse 9. All right, apparel. What is it talking about? Apparel. In the now biblical outline of biblical uses, meaning the context of what it's talking about in this scripture, right? It says alluring, letting down. What do you let down? You don't let your pants down. You let a dress or a skirt down. It says a garment let down, a dress. Then it just says it, dress. It's talking about a dress. So modest apparel is a woman wearing a dress. All right. No one should see how your body is shaped but your husband. All right. Women walking out the house in leggings. The little man, they got all kind of madness going on. The little all that tight stuff, tight jeans. You know, that's why a lot of our sisters get yeast infections, because their clothes are too tight. All right. If you wear a dress, it needs to be a flowy dress, a dress that doesn't cling to your body and show that a man shouldn't be able to see your butt or your thighs or your breasts. He shouldn't be able to see that when he look at you in that dress. All right. So that one might take some time for the sisters to, you know, the change of wardrobe up, to phase out those pants, to get your stuff back on track the way it's supposed to be. Why can't you wear these? Why do you need to wear a dress? All right. Why does it say don't wear strange apparel? Let's go to the book of Zephaniah, chapter 1 and verse 9. All right. Is that what I want? Look at my Bible. Gotta keep that sword near. That's where we talked about that a little bit in the last class. That's where, oh yeah, Zephaniah 1 and 8. That's it. All right. It says Zephaniah 1 and 8, and it shall come to pass in the day of the Lord's sacrifice that I will punish the princes and the king's children and all such as are clothed with strange apparel. Now, this is spiritual, but it's also physical, right? You're supposed to have on the right type of clothes, right? A man is supposed to wear clothes that pertain to a man, and a woman is supposed to wear what pertains to a woman. What are you supposed to have on those clothes? All right, let's go to the book of Numbers. Numbers, chapter 15 and verse 9. Like I said, these are some things that you could start doing right away. The women getting all the pants out of their wardrobe, that might take a little more time than all the rest, right? But this stuff right here, everything else that I'm showing you, You can start doing these things right away. It says, speak unto the children of Israel and bid them that they make them fringes, right? Fringes in the borders of their garments throughout, there it is again, throughout their generations, right? So fringes, let me see if I can pull up an image of fringes. I know I spelled that right. So these are fringes, right? Not tassels. These are tassels. Fringes are these, like this shirt right here. Those are fringes. All right. Let me see if those are fringes on a t-shirt. Let me see if I can get one. A sister, you can get fresh with it. You know, brother got his with his J's on. You know, they can be any color fringes, but it's gotta all have. It's all gotta have something that's in common on it. Right. So this sister right here, she got them on her scarf. All right. They probably not on her clothes. They might be, but they're on a scarf. She got them on. All right. Let's get, I want to see all right, look at this sister. All right. I don't know if y'all can see it. But this sister got a long dress on. You cannot see the shape of her body, right? Because our sisters are curvy, right? So you know you wanna not show. It ain't let me pull that up. That's the devil. Okay, there we go over there. All right, see the sister, she got her fringes on. Okay, that's a little bit better, I think. All right, but sister can wear them on the bottom of her on her dress or on the bottom of her shirt on a little like a throw. All right, you can look nice with it. See, all these brothers got fringes on. Sister got fringes on. See the sister right here? She got fringes on. All right. Completely covered up. You can't see that sister's body. All right. That's what you want. See this sister here? She got them on. All right. Yeah, that's a good picture. Sister got them on her bottom of her dress. I don't know if you can see it. Sister got them on the bottom of her dress, right? That's what you want. Look at these sisters. They covered up. All right. Because they might be somebody's wife and nobody needs to see the shape. All these sisters, beautiful sisters. They look like princesses, right? They look like princesses, not harlots. You know, you don't want your whole body being shown. That's annoying to a righteous man. The only man you're gonna attract with tight clothes and leggings on is men that want you for your body. All right. Sisters look like princesses, right? So those are some examples, right? Dressed down to the foot, you know, to the ankle, all right? At least you don't want your whole body showing. All right. So you don't want to be clothed in strange apparel, right? So on those garments, you say it says, speak unto the children of Israel and bid them that they make them fringes in the borders of their garments throughout their generations, and that they put upon the fringe of the borders a ribbon of blue. So you got to have a ribbon of blue. It could be any color fringes, but the ribbon has to be blue. It could be light blue, dark blue, whatever your choice, as long as it's a color of blue, a shade of blue, right? Why we got to wear these fringes? It says, and it shall be unto you for a fringe that you may look upon it and remember all the commandments of the Lord and do them. So the fringes are a reminder to keep the Most High's commandments because we're accountable. We represent the Most High, right? You're supposed to look at them and be able to, you're supposed to, I don't know if y'all can see mine, but you're supposed to be able to look at your fringes. The fringes, they all represent a commandment, all right? So you're supposed to look at your fringes and it be a reminder to you to do the commandments. It says, and do them and seek you, and that you seek not after your own heart and your own eyes, after which you used to go a horn. So it's a reminder, right? It says, and that ye may remember and do all my commandments and be holy. unto your God, set apart unto your God, because the whole rest of the world ain't gonna wear fringes, right? That's also a way to identify your brothers and sisters out here in the world, all right? It says, I am the Lord your God, which brought you out of the land of Egypt to be your God. I am the Lord. I am Yahweh, your God. All right. So I think I went over the things that's pretty much all brothers and sisters can start doing right away. You can start working towards these things right away. All right. You can get fringes from Amazon, Etsy. People sell them on Etsy. All right. Or you can make them yourself. You know, you can go to Hobby Lobby if you got one of those in your place where you live. You can get those maybe like I get mine from Amazon. It's usually like $20 for 10 yards. And it's already got the the ribbon of blue built in. It's like sewn into the fringes. All right. So, and you can put them on if you don't know how to sew. You can use fabric tape to tape the fringes on the clothes, right? And it's like you stick the fabric tape on the shirt. I'll probably get my red to do a video of that, her fringing one of my shirts. And you stick the fabric tape on, you peel it off, put your fringes on, you all good to go. You that much closer to being and keeping the most high law, statutes, and commandments. All right. So, like I said, those are some things that you can start doing right now, right away. So, most high willing, this was edifying. All right. And I'll see y'all next time. Shalom.